Hello, this is Swanö from Edge of Sanity, and I am here today to tell you about Decepted by the Cross from Nothing But Death Remains, originally released in 1991, but re-released in 2024 by Century Media. And my memories of Decepted by the Cross are, the first thing that comes to mind is that I wrote the opening riff lying on my bed with my nylon string guitar, and for some reason my hand, I am left-handed and I play like this, so my hand was kind of locked in one position because of the way I was lying on my bed. I couldn't really move. So I think, maybe I write a riff which is based on this, the fact that I cannot move. So this, it's all because of this, that I could not move my hand. And this one of the many things that pops to mind when you're asked to go down memory lane with a song. And I feel that Decepted by the Cross is of course the opening track on our successful demo Kurnugia. And when you listen back to it, we were very much a thrash metal band with some kind of different inspirations, but honestly, by the time we wrote that song, I was not really that well ventured in the world of death metal. It was still very much more of a thrash metal thing for Edge of Sanity, even though we might have thought we played death metal and written so on our flyers. The guitars were still in standard tuning, and the recording we did on Nothing But Death Remains, they were tuned down a few steps. But it was still very much like, I don't know, I guess we were very inspired by early Pestilence, and it still had a bit of that vibe, but also that the lyrics deal with a priest who is a little bit on the shady side, who keep the money for himself, and the checkbook is your holy Bible. And that was also one of those things that I bought a lot of records that had that kind of, there was social commentary, there was political issues, there was all this kind of stuff before everything just went about corpses and graves and evil and all. Some kind of innocence was still there. And this song made it onto the album on pretty much the strength of being like the opening track on Kurnugia. I still think there are some other songs that we re-recorded for Unorthodox as bonus tracks that might have been better suited because they had a little bit of a darker vibe, but I have a soft spot for Decepted by the Cross. I think it's the fact alone that the word Decepted doesn't exist. Every time I have to write something about this album, like with the titles, my spelling check say, "Are you sure you don't mean deceived?" I say, "No, I mean decepted." Because, I could have checked it up in one of those English dictionaries, but, I did look a little bit too much in one of those dictionaries that my father bought when he was a kid sometime in the mid-30s. I didn't really check it this time. And it's an embarrassing thing that's been following me forever, and it's gonna follow that song and this recording forever. So, rock on.